Hello everybody, Image here, and we're going to move along in this Terra Australis Showmatch. It's not a tournament. I was as confused about that as the Insane Clown Posse are about how magnets work. Anyway, on to Game 2 of Smace versus Harlekuin, and we are on Fighting Spirit. In brown, we have Smace, who is our Protoss player. And he is at the bottom left corner at 8 o'clock. Over at 5 o'clock, well, 7 o'clock. Over at 5 o'clock is Harlekuin, our white Zerg player in white. And let's kick this replay up to faster. And discuss these players a little bit, because Dell has fed me some information about this. So, Smace, the Protoss player, he is actually the Terra Australis clan ace, and the one who represents them in clan wars. I don't know what the clans that TA play against are, but nonetheless, Smace is their ace. Harlekuin, the Zerg, who by the way is sending his Overlord in the correct direction to scout initially, is a strong Zerg player on their team, but he's underperformed in these clan leagues, and this is kind of viewed as an opportunity for him to redeem himself a little bit for some of those poorer performances and show that he has, in fact, got it being the skills to pay the bills. So we've got another Forge Expand, from the look of it, going up for Smace, and Harlekuin, looking to be a little bit more economical this time around. He's got an Overlord first build of some kind going. It's looking like it's going to be a 12 hatchery at this point because, well, 12 pool, really uncommon, Zerg versus Protoss, and 12 hatch looks like what's being gone for, and there's Smace dancing that probe around, being really annoying, and blocking the expansion with a pylon. What a jerk, but also what a good idea that is. That is going to delay the Zerg from setting up that natural and, well, force him to take this third base. Force him to take this base, which would normally be his third, second. Not the hugest deal. Chances are the Zerg is going to be, expanding there pretty quickly anyway. There aren't a whole slew of two-hatchery strategies beyond just two-hatch Hydra busts, Zerg versus Protoss. But let's see. So this Overlord getting an eyeful, and with that hatchery going up first for the Zerg player, the Protoss has gone Nexus before Forge, which is the correct thing to do. Meanwhile, in the Zerg base, the spawning pool is on the way up. So we'll see some cannons, and quite possibly a transition into some more normal play. The real question is going to be, when is the Zerg going to take this third? Is the Zerg going to take his third base? Because if the Zerg doesn't, the Protoss should be pretty nervous, because the Zerg is probably going to be looking to end it early in that case. So there's that first cannon, and a gateway. So he's going with one cannon, and I think that's pretty reasonable. The Zerglings are only now coming out. And let's see, where is the scouting probe? There it is. And this scouting probe is important to spot if a two-hatchery Hydra bust is coming. The fact that that Harlekuin is knocking down that pylon in a big hurry suggests that it's not, and possibly a better use of those Zerglings would have been to go and kill this probe that is now catching an eyeful of the base, and might be able to hide out there. No. Alright, so that might have worked out well for Harlekuin, though maybe just going after that probe right away was the thing to do. Back at the Protoss expansion, the second cannon's going up, and the first Zealot is building. And that probe is dispatched. And the third hatchery is going up. So, Protoss player is still in the dark now. Doesn't know whether the Zerg has taken that or not, but he hasn't seen the Hydralisk Den, so he should probably feel reasonably safe. Maybe he'll throw down a third cannon or something, but we've got Zerg layering. Let's just see what's going on here. Nah, Smace is not phased at all. He's got his core going up, and he's got a pylon up in his main to start putting some things there. And these lings are going to crawl out across the map, and for the most part, I think we've got what amounts to a pretty similar game to the one that we just watched. Maybe one difference being that it looks like an even earlier +1 upgrade, which basically Smace can afford to do because in this game he was able to go Nexus before Forge rather than Forge Cannon, Cannon Nexus. So that is something of note, and he will have the upgrades faster. Fourth hatchery for the Zerg, and a Hydralisk Den before the layer is even done. So this is a different opening strategy for the Zerg than the one we saw before. We're going to see probably some 4-hatch Lurker Ling. It could have been a 4-hatchery Hydra Bust, except that the layer is kind of out of place in that instance. And we've got these Zealots pushing out a little bit across this bridge, and they are going to run into these Zerglings, but let's see, a few reinforcements on the way as far as the Zerglings go. The Spire is now coming up, so that's even a little bit more odd. I don't think in the 4-hatchery build you typically see the Spire in that kind of pace at all. And run, drones, run! Smace getting a nice bit of harassment in here. Let's see, the first Hydralisk's now finally popping, and these Zealots may eventually get cleaned up, but not before doing a good deal of disruption to the economy of the Zerg player Harlekuin. It's like it didn't kill anything outright, and Smace probably wanted to do a little bit more damage than that, but that was still worth it for him. It at least broke even. We've got an evolution chamber going up here. We've got a nice Sim City. If the Zerg decides to plunk a sunken colony right down here, that'll be nicely defended. Let's check back in at the Protoss base. Let's see, pylon over here. It's coming in below. That's gas. And the first Corsair just now finishing. He's going to get a bit more limited mileage out of this Corsair than he did in the last game because the Zerg went Hydralisks first.